My dear child, I ask that you listen with a heart open to my words, for the message I have for you today is of great importance. What I am about to speak is not said lightly, nor should it be taken as mere advice. This is a matter of serious consequence. I, your heavenly Father, the Creator of all things, see what lies ahead for you. I know what is coming in the days to come, and though you may not yet understand or expect it, I urge you to listen carefully. The events that are about to unfold next week may not be what you anticipate, and they may seem impossible to you now. But whether you choose to believe it or not, whether you attempt to predict or deny it, what is coming has already been set in motion. Your heart is filled with questions, I hear them, wondering, why, Lord? Why are you speaking so seriously today? Have I done something wrong? Have I disappointed you? Yes, my beloved child, I must be honest with you. There has been a mistake made, one that cannot be overlooked any longer. You have walked down a path that has led to consequences. I have been patient with you, watching over you with love, giving you time to return to the right course. But now, the time for hesitation is over. The moment for correction has passed, and the consequences of your actions are about to make themselves known. However, hear this clearly, my child. I am not here to condemn you, but to warn you. I am speaking not to cast judgment, but to provide you with an opportunity to understand, to reflect, and most importantly, to change the course that lies ahead. If you truly wish to comprehend the consequences of your choices, if you seek to understand how you arrived at this moment, and if you desire to escape the troubles ahead, then I ask you to stay with me. Open your heart, clear your mind, and let me guide you through what must be understood. Before I reveal everything, before I explain the consequences that will unfold in the coming week, and show you how you can avoid the coming storm, you must first listen deeply, not just with your ears, but with your heart. This is not just another casual message or simple warning. This is a moment of urgency, a pivotal moment in your life that you cannot afford to dismiss. There is a reason why I speak with such seriousness. I know you are wise enough to understand that when your Father speaks with gravity, it is not without cause. So I ask you again, will you listen? Will you allow yourself to hear, to comprehend, and to act upon what I am saying? This is not a time for distraction, nor a time to second guess. This is a time to reflect and take action. If you ignore this message now, if you walk away from this moment, then everything I am trying to save you from will be in vain. I know deep down that you would never want that to happen. So please stay with me for just a little while longer. Your future, your path forward is at a crossroads. Have you ever heard of a prison? You have likely seen it depicted in movies, read about it in books, or perhaps you know someone who has experienced it firsthand. A prison is a place where freedom is taken away, a place where you no longer control your own choices. Imagine the cold, oppressive walls, the locked doors, and the heavy chains that hold you in place. That is what it feels like to be imprisoned. Now, what if I told you that in the coming week, you will find yourself in a kind of prison? A trap of your own making? It is not a misunderstanding. It is not a coincidence. The judgment has already been passed, and the consequences of your actions are already set in motion. You may not see it coming, and you may think that there is still time to act, but the reality is that this moment is fast approaching, and nothing you do now will stop it. But there is still hope, my child. There is always a way out, and I am here to show you that way. You do not have to face this prison alone. You do not have to be bound by your choices. There is a path to freedom, but you must listen closely and you must act swiftly. If you trust me, I will guide you toward that freedom. The choice is yours, but you must act now. I can feel the tension rising in your heart. I know that your mind is racing, trying to make sense of what I am saying. You may be asking, Lord, what do you mean? This can't be real. I haven't done anything that wrong. But my child, the truth is different than what you may have assumed. Yes, you have made a mistake, and it is a mistake that has led to this moment. It may be hard to accept, but there is undeniable proof against you. The doubt you feel, the discomfort in your spirit, it's all there for a reason. What is coming is real, and the walls are closing in whether you can see it or not. I need you to understand something critical. This prison that awaits you is not made of cold, rusty iron bars. It is not a dark, damp cell where your body will be locked away. No, this prison is far worse. It doesn't just trap your body. It traps your soul. It binds you with guilt, shame, and a regret, making it harder to breathe with every passing day. This prison locks you out of peace, out of joy, and out of love. The longer you remain in it, the darker the world becomes and the harder it is to find your way back. But here's the good news. My child, it's not too late to escape. You are not trapped forever. I am here to show you the way out. You can still turn back, but you must take action. You must acknowledge the chains that bind you. You must recognize that procrastination, fear, and hesitation have held you back. You've spent too much time waiting for the perfect moment for someone else to make the choice for you. But now, my child, the time for waiting is over. You have already been chosen, and I have called you by name. The doors are open for you, but you must take the first step. You must act in faith. Do not remain in the prison of your own making. The time to rise is now. Your future is waiting for you. Blessings are flowing, opportunities are opening, and a new dawn is breaking in your life. So, my child, will you choose to walk through that door? Will you choose freedom over delay? I know the choice is not easy, but I am with you. Trust in me, for I am making all things new in your life, my beloved child. As I speak to you now, know that my words are not just for this moment. They are for the days ahead. I see your future, and though you may not yet fully grasp what lies before you, I know the plans I have for you. I have heard your heart's silent cries and seen your inner battles. You may feel lost or uncertain, but let me remind you, you are not alone in this journey. I have always been with you, watching, guiding, and loving you. It is easy to become trapped by the circumstances around you, by the noise of the world that tells you what you should be and what you should do. It's easy to listen to the voices of doubt, the voices that tell you that you are not enough, that you will never achieve what you are meant for. But I want to remind you of a truth you must never forget. You are more than your mistakes, more than your fears, and more than your doubts. You are my beloved child, and I have called you to greatness. No circumstance, no failure, no setback can define you unless you allow it to. You may be wondering, how can I be free? How can I step into this new life you speak of? My child, the first step toward freedom is recognizing that your past, though filled with mistakes and regrets, does not have to dictate your future. The chains that bind you are not as strong as the love I have for you. The walls that seem to surround you can be torn down brick by faith, by trust, and by action, but you must take that first step. You must believe in the possibility of change. You must believe that the best is yet to come. Look around you, child. There is so much to be thankful for, so many blessings that are already present in your life. The air you breathe, the people who love you, the opportunities still before you, all of these are signs that my hand is upon you. Do not take them for granted. I have placed these things in your life to remind you of your worth, to remind you that you are never forgotten, that you are never abandoned. You are mine, and I am here to lead you into a brighter, more fulfilling future. Yes, I know you have doubts. I know the weight of past failures may seem too much to bear at times, but my child, do not allow the past to blind you to the beauty that lies ahead. Each day is a new opportunity to begin again. You do not have to wait for someone else to tell you that you are worthy. I have already told you you are worthy. Now hear me clearly, my beloved child. This is your moment. The time to act is now. You cannot afford to wait any longer. Your destiny is too important. The world needs your light, needs your heart, and needs your gifts. The longer you delay, the more you risk losing the precious moments that could change your life forever. Time is fleeting, and the enemy knows this. He will try to convince you that you have more time, that tomorrow is a better time to start. But my child, tomorrow may never come. Do not allow procrastination to rob you of your future. I know that sometimes it feels easier to stay where you are, to remain in the comfort of hesitation. But that comfort is a lie. It is a trap that keeps you from stepping into the fullness of your purpose. And today, I am calling you to rise out of that comfort zone. Step into the life I have prepared for you. Step into the freedom that I offer. It is already waiting for you. Imagine just for a moment what it would be like if you no longer hesitated. Imagine stepping boldly into each day with confidence and purpose. Imagine living without the burden of fear, guilt, or regret. Imagine embracing your calling with open arms, knowing that you are fully equipped to face whatever comes your way. This is what I have for you, my child. This is the life I have promised you. But you must be willing to take action. You must be willing to stop waiting and start living. Do not let fear hold you back any longer. You are stronger than you think, and my power is greater than any obstacle you face. When you step out in faith, I will be there to guide you, to protect you, and to provide for you. You are not alone. The doors I have opened for you are wide, and I am calling you to walk through them. Do not look back at the past, for it has no hold on you. Your future is ahead, and it is filled with hope, joy, and the fulfillment of the purpose I have designed for you. Trust in me, my child, and take the first step. The journey may not always be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. As you take that step, you will discover that with each moment of obedience, with each act of faith, the chains that once bound you will begin to fall away. The walls of fear, doubt, and hesitation will crumble, and you will walk freely with confidence and courage into the destiny I have planned for you. So I ask you again, my child, will you rise? Will you walk with me into the freedom I have for you? The time is now. There is no more waiting. The world needs you, and I am calling you to step forward in faith. I am so proud of you, my beloved child. You have a strength within you that you have yet to fully tap into. But I see it. I know what you are capable of, and I am here to help you realize it. Trust in me, and together we will change the world. Remember, you are loved, you are cherished, and you are never alone. Now, as you prepare to move forward into this new season, take a moment to reflect on the blessings you have, the lessons you've learned, and the hope that is now stirring in your heart. Your future is waiting. Walk boldly, knowing that I walk with you every step of the way, my beloved child. As I continue to speak with you, I feel the weight of what is to come, not as a burden, but as a calling. You are on the verge of something greater than you can comprehend right now. This is not just about what you see in front of you, but about the unseen path I have carved for you, a path filled with potential and purpose. I know you may feel small in the face of all that is before you. You might be wondering how it is possible for someone like you to make an impact, to rise above your circumstances, to step into the freedom I've promised. But hear me, child. I am the one who called you into existence, and I have equipped you for everything that lies ahead. The truth is, you are never alone. When the road feels too hard, when the weight of the world presses down on you, and when you question your ability to continue, I am there. Even in the moments when you feel abandoned or misunderstood, I see you. I know your heart. I know your struggles. And I am proud of you for continuing to push forward even when the way seems unclear. My child, I know that sometimes it feels like your life is not moving forward at the pace you hoped for. The world may seem to move faster than you with its ever-shifting tides and demands. There are days when you feel behind, when others seem to have it all together, when you compare your journey to theirs and wonder why you aren't further along. But do not be deceived by the illusions of others. The pace of someone else's life is not the standard you are meant to follow. You have your own unique timeline, and I am working in your life in ways that will far exceed your expectations. You must believe that my plans for you are greater than your own. I see the big picture, and I am leading you down a path that may not always make sense now, but will reveal its purpose in due time. Every step, every turn, every setback has a purpose, even if you cannot fully see it. In this moment, I know the desires of your heart. I know what you long for. And I assure you that I am working all things together for your good, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. Let me remind you, my child, the power of transformation is within you. You have been created for greatness, not because of anything you've done to deserve it, but because of who I am. It is not by your strength that you will overcome the obstacles in your life, but by my power working through you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel inadequate, I will equip you. When you face impossible situations, I will make a way. You are never without hope, for I am your hope, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. It's easy to become discouraged when we look at the magnitude of what we're up against. But do you know what makes the difference? It's not the size of the challenge in front of you, but the size of the faith within you. I've placed that faith inside you, and it is enough to move mountains. I've given you everything you need to overcome the challenges you face. You do not lack anything in this moment, for I have supplied all your needs, and I will continue to do so as you step into your purpose. My child, if you could only see what I see, the potential, the calling, the destiny that awaits you, your heart would leap with joy. But I know that doubt can sometimes cloud your vision. The enemy would love nothing more than to keep you trapped in fear, confusion, and hesitation, preventing you from walking into the fullness of who you were created to be. That's why I am here to remind you that you are more than your fears. You are more than your failures. You are more than your past. Look ahead, my child, and see the future I have for you. A future full of peace, fulfillment, love, and joy. A future where you will experience the abundant life I have promised you. But in order to step into that future, you must take action. You cannot stay where you are and expect to reach the destination I have for you. Every step you take in faith brings you closer to that place. It might be hard. There might be times when you stumble, when you fall. But do not fear. Even in those moments, I will be with you. I will lift you up and help you find your footing again. This is a season of growth. Child, it may not feel comfortable, but know this growth happens in the uncomfortable spaces. It happens when you are stretched beyond your current limits, when you are tested and refined. The discomfort you feel is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you are moving forward, that you are evolving into the person I have created you to be. You are being shaped and molded into someone who will be able to handle the weight of the blessings and opportunities I am about to pour into your life. As you move forward, trust that I will provide everything you need for the journey I will give you. Strength when you are weak, I will give you wisdom when you are unsure. I will give you peace when the world around you is chaotic. I am your provider, and I will never leave you empty-handed. I know that right now you may feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or even afraid. You may question whether you are capable of what is being asked of you. But my child, let me reassure you, you are capable. You are equipped. I have given you all that you need to succeed. When you lean on me, you will find that you are more than enough. Your weaknesses are not a barrier to your success. They are an opportunity for my strength to shine through you. The time to rise is now. You have been waiting for something to change, but the change begins with you. You are the catalyst for your own transformation. No longer should you wait for the perfect moment, because that moment is here. Today is the day you step out of the shadows and into the light. I've been preparing for you. The doors are open, child. You are free to walk through them. The chains are broken, the walls are crumbling, and you are no longer bound by what once held you back. Walk forward with courage, with faith, and with trust that I am walking beside you. The life I have planned for you is within reach. So now, my beloved, I ask you, will you rise up? Will you walk into the freedom I have for you? Will you trust me with your future and take the steps necessary to make it happen? The time is now. I am with you always, and I will never leave you. So I encourage you as you walk this journey to share the light of truth that you've received. There are others out there who need to hear this message, who need to understand that they too are loved, called, and destined for greatness. Spread the word, my child. Let others know that their time is now too. Let the world know that there is hope, that there is freedom, and that they too can rise above their circumstances. If you believe in this message, if it has touched your heart and you feel called to share it, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Together we can continue to spread the message of hope, faith, and freedom to those who need it most. By subscribing, you are not only supporting this mission, but are becoming a part of a larger movement. A movement of people who believe in the power of love, grace, and transformation. Thank you for your constant presence and support on this journey. Your commitment to this mission makes a difference in the lives of others. Together, we are making a lasting impact. If you feel led to give and support this ministry, I encourage you to consider using the Super Thanks feature. Your generosity, whether in prayer time or financial support, will help further this work and bring hope to even more hearts. Remember, you are part of something bigger. A family united in love and faith. Let us rise together. Let us move forward together. And let us continue to trust in the goodness and greatness of the Lord who has called us for such a time as this. Amen.